Hi, I'm Josh with Taste of Home. If you're a fan of grilling outdoors like I am and you also love the flavor of smoked foods, follow along with me today as I show you how to turn your grill into a smoker. When preparing to turn your grill into a smoker, there are a few elements you want to keep in mind. What's going to be creating the smoke to flavor your food, the temperature of the grill, and the temperature of the food. When selecting the wood you're going to use in your smoker, there are a lot of options to choose from, and each type of wood is going to add its own unique flavor to the food. In front of me, I have a small sampling of the variety of woods that you can choose from. Right here I have apple wood chips. These are a little bit more mild in flavor and are a great choice for poultry or fish. Here I have hickory. This is a little bit stronger in flavor. These are great for pork and beef. And then at the end, I have mesquite. This is going to impart the strongest smoke flavor to your food. In addition to selecting which wood you would like to use for the flavor profile, you also want to make sure that you stick to hardwoods. Softer woods like pine can add a sappy flavor to your food and ruin the results. Now today I'm going to be smoking some chickens. Chickens are a great choice when you're experimenting for the first time with smoking because they take a little less time than pork or beef. I brined my chicken in an apple brine, so I'm going to stick with that theme and use apple wood chips today. You'll notice in front of me I have a bowl of wood chips soaking in water. You want to make sure that you soak your wood chips before you use them in your smoker. The purpose for this is to cause them to smolder and smoke versus simply igniting and burning away. Now these have been soaking for about 30 minutes and that should be plenty of time. Another important element to properly smoking your food is the temperature of your grill and the temperature of your food. Properly smoked food is cooked low and slow. That gives you a delicate flavor and a tender meat. Right here in front of me, I have a really great thermometer from ThermoWorks. It's special and unique in that it has two probes. One probe goes into the meat and gives you a general idea of where your meat is along the cooking process. The second probe is for the air temperature of your grill. Another really great element to this thermometer is the wireless receiver. This allows you to monitor what's happening in your grill from inside. I have my beautiful chickens here. I'm going to insert my probe thermometer into the thickest part of the chicken thigh. Now, the length of time it will take these chickens or any other piece of meat to smoke depends on a few variables, the size and weight of the meat itself, as well as the internal temperature of the grill, which is why the use of one of these probe thermometers is such a great idea. Today I'm going to be using a charcoal grill to smoke my chickens. That's what I personally prefer, but you can also use a gas grill. There are some slight differences between how you approach smoking between the two, and I'm going to show you the differences. When you're using a charcoal grill to smoke your foods, you can actually place the wood chips directly onto the charcoal briquettes. Now, when you're using a gas grill, you have to contain the wood chips, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You can create a foil packet using a simple piece of tin foil and place your pre-soaked wood chips right here in the middle of the packet. And once you have a nice amount of your wood chips placed, you just fold the foil around the wood chips. Once you have your wood chips securely wrapped, you want to take a skewer and poke some holes into the tin foil. This will allow the smoke and steam to escape, which is what you want. So to prepare the gas grill, I'm going to place my foil packet directly on the heating element. Next, replace the grill grate, and on top of that, I'm going to add a disposable aluminum pan and fill that halfway with water. Using a pan with water like this creates steam and just helps to keep your food from drying out as it cooks. I'm going to prepare my grill for indirect heat cooking. So today I'm going to be using the snake method, which my friend Catherine introduced me to, and what I'm going to do is just line the outside of the grill with charcoal briquettes, and this is going to give me a nice slow burn with even temperature. Now that I have all my charcoal briquettes in place, I'm going to carefully place my lit briquettes here on one end and get them positioned so that they start to ignite the charcoal that's next to it. And you want to use enough charcoal to bring your temperature up to about 225 degrees to 250 degrees, but you don't want it to get much hotter than that, so you don't actually need a lot of lit charcoal. I've got a nice little pile of lit charcoal there, and I'm just going to place a few of these unlit on top so that again they start to ignite. So I've got my soaked wood chips here, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. Now you don't want to use too many wood chips. That can create too much smoke and cause your food to be bitter as it smokes. Now that my charcoal is in place, I'm going to put my drip pan in here and add the water. Now it's time to replace my grill grate Put the lid on, and then open the vent. Now that my grill has come up to temperature and I'm nicely smoked, I'm going to place my chicken on the grill. Now all that's left to do is to place my internal temperature gauge on the grate here and replace the lid. And it's important to place the vent over where the meat is smoking. That way it forces the smoke to travel up and over the meat. Okay, look at my beautiful birds. Just look at the color that's on them. You can see that the charcoal has burned its way around the outside edge of the grill and there's just a little bit left. My chickens have come up to the proper cooking temperature, which is 160 for white meat and 170 for the dark meat. So these are good to pull off the grill and then we can eat. As you can see, with just a few simple steps and some patience, you can turn your grill into a smoker. I hope you're encouraged to try this method at home. Thanks for watching.